Hi, welcome to my channel. In the video today, I'm gonna share with you some tips how to level up your IELTS speaking band score. I have taken the IELTS test for several times. Luckily, with a very good preparation, I got a band 8 for my IELTS speaking performance. Hopefully, the tips that I'm going to give you today are going to help you if you are going to take the text in coming time. So, tip number 1, be prepared with some good phrases for liking and disliking questions. Surely you will be given some kind of questions about liking or disliking, like, do you like cooking? Do you like dancing? Do you like going shopping, or which do you prefer, texting or calling someone? So instead of delivering, instead of answering with some very boring phrases like I like, I don't like, I dislike, I like it a lot. So we have some very good alternatives for that you can apply effectively. So here are some suggestions from me. The first one is that if you want to say that you like something pretty much, pretty a lot, so you can say that I have long been a big fan of something, of doing something. For example, instead of saying I like doing yoga a lot, so you can say I have long been a big fan of doing yoga. Yeah. Or you can say I'm a big fan, I'm fond of, I'm interested in doing yoga. Yep. Or another phrase related to liking something is that I have a soft spot for something. For example, I have a soft spot for yoga, for novel books, for comedies, yeah, stuff like that. And when it comes to disliking questions, or if you want to express that you don't like something pretty much, so instead of saying that you don't like something boringly, so you can say that I'm not interested in something, or you can say I must say that I detest doing something. For example, I must say that I detest waking up very early every morning. Or you can say that I must say I detest eating seafood. Yep. And of course, we have some other ways to say about disliking, like I'm not a big fan of something, or something is not my cup of tea. So here are some suggestions, and you should take notes if you wish. Okay, so the second tip today is about do not forget to use decoys markers when necessary. So decoys markers are phrases or something that you add before giving your official answer. For example, before saying that you think that you are going to keep a pet in the future, so you can say without doubt, I'm going to keep a pet in the future, or you can say that I'm not gonna lie that, I'm not gonna lie that, or I would say, or I reckon, or the way I said it. Yes. So there are many good decoys markers necessary to enhance your IELTS speaking band score, which can help you impress the examiners with a diversity of your vocabularies. Okay. So tip number 3 today is that try to diversify your sentences with a wide range of grammar. Okay, so being various about grammar is very important because it can show that you are able to use a different kind of grammar by telling a story, especially when it comes to part two of IELTS speaking. That is a good chance for you to impress a lot of grammatical structures. So my advice for you is that don't just, listing everything when it comes to part two, telling a story, or when you are remembering an event in your life. Instead, you should tell a story. You can make up that story, or you can tell something based on your true experience or your true feelings. And then you need to connect everything and use a variety of grammatical structures. So let me give you one example here. For example, we have a topic here, describe an important decision that you made, that you have made before. So don't just listing something like that is a decision about studying overseas, that is a decision that I made 2 years ago. I am very happy about that decision. I can meet people when studying abroad. I can learn about new cultures or something. Yeah, if you want to do that, that would be fine. But your band score, I suppose that is not very high because all the things you have done, are just about basic grammar. So instead, try to tell a story from the past to your present and then your future. And then you have to connect everything with grammatical structures. For example, you can start with something like what? Okay, so like when I am given this topic, the first thing that brings into my mind right now is about a decision that I made 2 years ago. When 2 years ago, about studying abroad. Okay, and then how? And then this time you have to tell a story with different grammatical structures. Something like, actually, I had thought about studying overseas before I went to the college, but I had a tight budget at that time, so I had put it off for quite a long time until I got a scholarship from my school. To be specific, when I graduated with distinction in 2020, my school granted me a scholarship studying in Australia. However, at that time, I was offered a decent job with a decent salary as well. And then I was torn between two options: going to workplace with a very good, promotion and position, or going to, another country to study and to further my education, blah, 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 blah. And then you tell why. And as you can see that from my example, I were using something like past perfect, right? Present simple and then past simple, many kind of structures that way. So try to think about a story and practice at home to make you get familiar with a diversity of grammatical structures. Okay. So tip number four. Tip number four is be calm and be confident. I know it might be really hard. It might be really nervous, especially for someone who are going to take the IELTS test for the first time. And then you always feel like, you are having butterflies in your stomachs, right? I know is very normal. And then so my suggestion is that before the test, you need to find a partner who can practice with you some, possible questions happening in the test, in your actual test. Because when you do that, you are able to control your emotions and you have, a prior preparation before the test. When you are too nervous, you tend to speak very quickly and then you tend to, drop the ending sounds and you tend to ruin the pronunciation while you're speaking, which is not very good for your band score, right? So being calm is very important when you are able to be calm, and then you can see that your confidence will level up, and then everything is that your fluency, yeah, is going to go very smooth when you calm, when you are confident. Yeah, trust me. Practice makes perfect. Okay. Last but not least, the last tip that I'm going to give you today is that, so please ask, politely ask the examiners if you do not understand the question. Some students, like, they decided to sit quietly and awkwardly in the test if they didn't understand the questions, but do not do that in your case. So please just, ask the examiners to explain that question in another way, or to help you understand that question or some kind of questions in an easy level or in a very basic way. Okay. So I hope that the tips that I gave you in the video today are going to help. And I wish you a very successful speaking performance on your test day. So if you like, my video, you can subscribe to my channel and follow for further tips and lessons. Thank you, and see you again.